1 second from half court.
Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is!
Caught!
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first home game for the Johnston Panthers of the 2026 year. As tonight, the Westerly Bulldogs come to Johnston to take on the Panthers. Alongside Matthew Duquette Siswick, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti. Honored to be on the JHS Network and our own YouTube channel. Matt, Panthers are coming off a loss at Shea, but they did look promising right before the break. They had 2 straight wins against Coventry and Burrillville. Also picked up a win in the holiday tournament. Not that it really matters to the record, but what is that positive, kind of outlook, winning 3 of their last 5, really kind of bring it to the new year?
Yeah, getting those wins, it kind of means everything for this team. Getting that confidence up, that's what you really need. Last year, just those back-to-back losses, as they couldn't get a win last year, really hurt their confidence. And going late into the season, they just didn't have that fire anymore at the beginning. So getting those wins and getting that big win against West, I mean, that was really good for their confidence going into this. Again, lost against Shea, still haven't gotten a win in D1 yet, just won against 2 D2 opponents. But, they're looking to get a win here.
Yeah, that's one thing for the Panthers. We'll start to talk about them in a little bit, but let's talk about the Westerly Bulldogs first. Well, they're no surprises to the Division I. They've been in here for a while. Before the break, they've only played Division II teams. This is their second in-league game. So for Division I, they played Lincoln their first game, which is literally the best team in Rhode Island so far this year. Them and Hendricken are tied at the top. They only lost by 9, so not that much to very talented Lincoln team. But they did beat a Connecticut team, and I did do some research. They beat East Lyme. They're not that bad of a Division I Connecticut team. They beat them by 22, so that's something to look forward to in this one. And they are 6-1, and they're 0-1 in league play. So Westerly, they're no surprise to Division I, Matt.
Yeah, no. And even in warm-ups, they look like an athletic team going through these warm-ups. It's going to be a tough opponent for Johnston. This is definitely going to be a big test for this team, seeing if they can come out here compete in Division I.
Well, going on to the Johnston Panthers, I just mentioned they lost to Shea right after the break. They almost made a comeback in that one. They trailed by as much as 13 with 5 minutes to go, cut it to 4, just couldn't complete the comeback. But one of the bright things for Johnston, we've said it all season long, Jordan Dicklow continues to be the standout of this squad. And during the holiday break, during the holiday tournament, he won MVP for the game against Cranston West. What has Jordan Dicklow really meant to this team?
I mean, he's meant a lot coming in here. That freshman presence, he brings a lot of maturity as well. Only going to be a freshman. We have him for another 3 more years after this season. Yeah, that's big, that talent and that maturity that he brings to this team. And he's not coming in here as a freshman, averaging 30 in middle school, and he's not like showboating. He's not that personality. He's going to come in here and he's going to do a good job, and that's what he's done so far this season. They just haven't been able to, complete it as a team and get the wins that they want.
Well, another good thing for the Panthers, Ronnie Vento and Chris Cherry, they've really started to step up as that guard role, especially in Shea. They hit some big-time shots to get them really back into that game, and even against Coventry and Burrillville. They've just been that, guards that have been stepping up, and that's what Mike Berjojan wants to see out of his senior captain and his second-year guard.
Yeah, Chris Cherry, he's gonna have some big shoes to fill when Ronnie Vento leaves next year. Ronnie, kind of slow start to begin the year, but kind of, as like you said, really picked it up. If they keep up this pace, they're gonna come away with a few more wins. In these next few weeks, they're doing good.
Well, like I said, during the holiday tournament, they did pick up a win against Cranston West, and they lost to East Greenwich the next day. Those don't really hurt your record that much. But the thing for the Panthers, they're still looking for their first Division I win in league play. They've beaten Coventry and Burrillville, but those are Division II opponents. So what's really the three keys to the game for the Panthers to get their first win against a Division I team?
You know, I've been saying this all season and last season. I'm going to, keep repeating it until they fix it. They got to pass the ball more. They got to run more plays. They're kind of just, playing a little ISO ball, driving to the rim and then shooting it up. They got to pass the ball more. They got to have better shot selection.
Well, as the red card gets, or excuse me, not the red card, the RIL card gets to get spoken out to both of these teams. They huddle up at midcourt. Last meeting between these two teams was on January 7th, so almost a year ago. Westerly beat them 69-55 in Westerly. So the Panthers definitely looking for some revenge of their own. Panthers coached by, of course, head coach Mike Bedrosian, and for the Westerly Bulldogs, Brent Fusero. As starting lineups get ready to be introduced, we'll give you their starting lineup. First for the Westerly Bulldogs, a guard number 1, Ferris Nader. A forward number 2, Caleb Williams, a captain. A forward number 5, Luigi Marchioni. A captain number 11, guard Braden Antoch. And a freshman number 21, Michael Joyce. And for the Panthers, it's been the same look for this whole year. It's going to be a guard, Chris Cherry, number 1. A senior captain guard, number 2, Ronnie Vento. A guard, number 4, Jason Skino. A forward, number 11, Michael Morsilli. And the freshman star, number 3, Jordan Dicklow. Also something to look out for in this game, we're doing a part 2 of word challenge. This time, instead of the players, it is the teachers. So I'll go by really quickly with the words I have to say. I have 6 total. I have Nerney's Pizzeria, Peregrine Falcon, Indubitably, Hot Honey, Shaggy, and Cowabunga. So we'll be on the lookout for that one. Definitely we'll post a TikTok for that, but want to do this challenge again, especially for the teachers. Been wanting to do it for some time, and I think today, at first game back, perfect time to do it.
That's some great words in it right there.
Miss Ferrara's Hot Honey, that one's going to be the toughest one to get out in this game. I think I can mix in every single other one. But the two squads lineups getting announced. Westerly on the left, they're wearing the blue, and Johnston wearing their normal white at home. Next game for the Panthers will be here on Thursday against the Cranston East Thunderbolts, as it is a kind of a revenge game, as Coach Jamal Diggs, 2-year coach for the girls basketball team of Johnston, will be returning with the opposing Cranston East Thunderbolts boys basketball team. And that's definitely a game I think everyone here in Johnston is excited for.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to announce that one yet, and I'm still waiting on some confirmation. I'm hoping to get there. I really want to be there to, see the Coach Diggs return.
Well, as starting lineups are getting introduced and the national anthem shortly coming up, we're going to take a quick break. Lineups and tip-off coming up next here in the NFHS Network. Back from the national anthem, we're getting set for tip-off just moments away. We'll go over the starting lineup once again. For the Bulldogs, it is a guard number 1, Ferris Nader, a forward number 2, senior captain, Caleb Williams, a forward number 5, Luigi Marciano, a guard number 11, a senior captain, Braden Antoch, a guard freshman number 21, Michael Joyce. For your Panthers, a guard number 1, Chris Cherry, guard number 2, senior captain Ronnie Vento, a guard number 4, Jason Schino, a forward number 11, Michael Morsilli, and a freshman number 3, Jordan Dicklow. Set for tip-off, Westerly in blue, Johnston in white. Panthers still looking for their first Division I win. Have won 3 of their last 4 against Division II opponents, and they are looking to finally break the curse and win their first Division I win.
Yeah, this is going to be a real big test for them. See if they can compete on that D1 level.
Big test for the Westerly Bulldogs as well, as they go up against a really competitive Division I team, Johnston Panthers. And here we go. Tip-off is underway and controlled by the Panthers into the hands of sophomore guard Chris Cherry. Here's Dicklow. Inside, Schino gets it knocked away. Schino retains. Dicklow gets it stripped away. It's going to stay right here with the Johnston Panthers. Panthers coached by Mike Bedrosian, and for Westerly, Brent Fusero. Here's Cherry on the baseline to inbound. Gets it knocked away, and it's going to go Westerly way as it last touched a Johnston Panther.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to be a scrappy, game between these two. Both looking for their first Division I win this season.
It's a fight for who wants it more. Almost stolen by Dicklow. No foul on that one, as Antoch, the senior captain, looks for the foul, but nothing called. 3 turnovers so far early in this one, as Joyce, the freshman, inside on Dicklow, gets it knocked away. Dicklow, the star freshman, drives inside with the right hand. Too short into the hands of Caleb Williams. Down court pass to Joyce. Takes the 3. Too strong into the hands of Jordan Dicklow as he pulls it down. Here's Vento, drives inside, gets it knocked away, and draws the foul. That one's going to be on the floor, so no shooting foul for Vento.
One thing that the other teams do so much better than the Panthers is passing the ball. It just seems to me that, the Panthers kind of drive down, play that iso ball, just kind of make, kind of just shoot shots, where the other teams just pass the ball, getting those people open.
So the Panther offense looking to strike first here in this one. Cherry with the left hand around the toilet bowl and out. Into the hands of Antoch. Antoch at the top of the key. Joyce inside Williams. On the left wing, Nader's 3. Too strong. Schino grabs it. Looking for someone to pass to. And we'll just hand off to Dicklow. Risky pass. As Dicklow will get it at the right wing. He takes a deep 3. No good. Into the hands of Marciano. Here's Antoch. Panthers in a 2-3 zone to start. Antoch at the top of the key. Nader on the left wing, his 3. No good off the back iron. Tipped around in the hands of Minachoni, and he draws the foul. Another problem for the Panthers right there, the rebounding, as they're not really the tallest team in Division I, and it comes into play, especially giving up those second chance opportunities. Yeah,
So far, Wesley not being able to hit those 3, but the way that they're playing, passing the ball so efficiently and getting that wide open, they're bound to get points here. That's going to be a problem for Johnson.
That one off the back iron. Luigi Marcioni at the line, trying to go 1 for 2. Still no score in this one. Both teams at 1 foul apiece, but no one yet on the scoreboard as he tries to do so. And does not. 0 for 2 from the line, Marchione. Here's Dicklow. Almost walks with that one. Cherry, deep three. Got it to go. Chris Cherry from Nerney's Pizzeria knocks it down, and the Panthers are on the board first in this one. Here's the corner. Williams. Antoch. Joyce inside. Williams. Gets it inside. Marciano. Nader in the corner. Drives inside with the right hand. Too strong, and Dickler with the rebound. Chris Cherry now. Morsilli thought about it. Pulls up from the free throw line and gets it to fall. Michael Morsilli, the junior forward, playing a big role in Mike Berjosen's team this year. Antoch, top of the key three. No good. Dicklow pulls it down.
Johnson definitely needs to keep this momentum.
And
wow.
Dicklow, oh my goodness.
Too much strength behind that one.
Try to get Cherry down court, but throws it into the home section for the Panthers. Had some momentum going for Johnson right there, but just threw it away.
Literally.
Here's Antosh. Skino on the coverage. Williams, pull up mid-range shot. No good, and in the hands of Dicklow again. Really racking up them rebounds right now. Here's Dicklow. Vento now, thought about a three. Dicklow in the left corner. Morsilli inside with the left hand. Too strong. Tip back out to Cherry. Pull up to the free throw line. Off the window, no good. Ball's rolling around. Picked up by Skino. Third chance opportunity for Johnston. Vento drives with the right hand and gets it to fall. The senior captain on the board. Antosh. Joyce. Williams. Nader in the left wing. His three. No good. Skino pulls it down and gets fouled.
That looks to be.
I think they called a traveling violation on Skino, and we're going to have a timeout call by the Johnston Panthers. But Matt, what a start for the Panthers in this one. A 7-0 run to begin the game, and Westerly still not on the board.
Yeah, but like I said, the passing by Westerly has been so great to start the game. The shots just haven't, fall for them. But if they keep this play, they're going to start scoring points, and it's going to be a problem for Johnston. They got to get to their man. They're playing that 2-3 zone, defense. They're leaving that guy open always in that corner. He's getting those shots up. They're not falling for him, but if they keep doing that, they're going to start putting points up on the board. Johnston has to go, keep the momentum coming out of this timeout and put some more points up on the board. Once they have that big lead, they don't look back.
They're just a whole different ball club when they can control a lead, but when they, try to start losing it, they turn into another basketball team. It turned into last year's team. That's what really the problem was. As Antosh will inbound it from the baseline. No subs yet for either team. 3:50 to go here in the first. Inside, and a foul. I think they're going to call it on the floor. It's going to be on Jason Skino. Here's Antosh again on the baseline. Nader. Antosh, mid-range shot, no good. Dicklow pulls it down again. Now looking to just slow it down, and Cherry will bring it for the Panthers. Dicklow at the top of the key, drives inside, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Great that he drew the foul there. It's just, he had a wide open Michael Morsilli there. That's what I was talking about, playing the iso ball. He drove in two defenders. You just kick it out to Michael Morsilli. He has that wide open three. He's been, great all year from the three-point line.
Dicklow rimming around, but gets it to fall for his first. As two subs check in for the Bulldogs. Landon Huisorello and number 23, Samuel Ujiri. As Diclo goes 2 for 2 from the line. The left wing and a traveling violation on Ujiro. The Panther Pen letting them hear it. Theme tonight is frat. So, when the Panthers, they're starting to win some games, get some more students out here, and that's really what brings the student body together. Diclo drives inside, right hand take is in. 11-0 Panthers here in this one. Westerly is yet on the scoreboard. 5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's a wide open three from the right corner, no good. Morsilli pulls it down. Still no points for the Bulldogs. Cherry, deep three, rolls in and out. That would have been a huge shot.
Unfortunate there for Cherry.
Here's Antosh. Thought about the three. Now takes a pull-up mid-range shot, no good. Into the hands of Diclo. Still nothing for the Bulldogs. Panthers can just do whatever they want with the basketball. Here's Vento calling out a play. Drives inside with the right hand. Got it. Ronnie Vento doing what he does best. That right hand floater. Here's Morsilli. Nader thought about it. Takes a pull-up mid-range shot. No good. Skino pulls it down.
The Bulldogs have just been getting great open looks. They just haven't been getting anything to fall. Just in and out.
6 minutes into this one, and the Bulldogs still are not on the board. Morsilli backs him down with the left hand. No good in the hands of Antosh. And the Bulldogs get on the board finally. Inside, Williams wide open. And finally, the Bulldogs are on the board as Williams gets his first point to fall. So a 13-0 run is ended. Here's Vento.
This is where Johnson can show if they can keep the momentum.
Morsilli. Back out to Vento at the top of the key. Steps back, takes a three off the front rim. Nader to the corner, Williams drives inside. Antoch, top of the key three off the back iron. Here's Cherry. Under 1 minute to play, 13-2 Johnston. Looking to just melt down some of the clock right now. Morsilli drives inside. Cherry in the corner, had to save it from going out of bounds. Spin move, left hand take. Oh, what a move by Chris Cherry. How about that, Chris Cherry? Antoch, three, no good. Skino pulls it down and throws it back out to Antoch. Couldn't get it to fall. Antoch to the corner, three, got it. First three-pointer of the game. And never mind, they called it a two, so reverse the call. Diclo looking for somebody. 2 seconds. Vento at the buzzer. Off the back iron and no good. But we've completed one from Johnston, and it's been all Panthers so far. 15-5 they lead. We're going to take a quick break. Panthers in the driver's seat so far.
200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
15-5, your score from Johnston Senior High School. Panthers have really got it going offensively. Bulldogs still struggling from the arc, but they've gotten good looks. Alongside Matt Duquette, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti, your crew from Johnston High School Media, honored to be on our own YouTube channel and the NFHS Network. Here we go, second quarter starts, 15-5, the Panthers lead. Started the game on a 13-0 run. Here is Cummings, Williams, and Tosha in the left corner. Cross-court pass, Jake Arujo getting his first minutes of the game. Berjoja's like what we've seen in the JV games. Williams with his right-hand take, no good. Pettit can't grab it, and it's going to go Panther way as the two were fighting for it. The last touch by Harusi.
You know, Pettit's made a big leap from last year. He's been, you know, a pretty solid rebounder and, you know, getting those, you know, boards and the paint so far this year.
Dicklow, his pull-up mid-range shot, no good, in the hands of Antosh. And down-court pass, saved by Williams, but stolen by Arujo. Cherry with the left hand, got it to go. Chris Cherry hustling down that court quicker than anybody out there, looking like a peregrine falcon. Williams gets it blocked by Vento, but he still gets the putback. Here's Cherry. Drives inside, steps back, draws the foul from Antosh from behind, and he's going to go on to shoot two.
Johnston playing good basketball so far, but I keep saying it, they got to pass the ball better. They're leaving wide open people, and, you know, that's just not efficient basketball. It's going to come back to bite them. But positive so far during this game, they played very well.
Cherry misses his first.
You know, senior captain Ronnie Vento kind of leading this offense.
Cherry trying to go 1 for 2 and doesn't. Cummings gives it to Antosh. Inside Antosh. Thought about it, but Cummings drives. Gets it blocked by Pettit. As a sub check it in for the Bulldogs, Louis Marchioni checks back in, replacing Caleb Williams. Antosh from the baseline. Cummings at the top. Antosh, pull-up mid-range shot, too strong, and a foul inside the paint, away from the ball. It's going to stay right here with the Bulldogs. Let's see who that one's going to be on. It's going to be on Jacob Pettit.
You know, I honestly like that aggression from Pettit in the paint. He kind of lacked that last year. You know, it's nice to see.
Antosh on the right corner, got it. Just like that, the Westerly Bulldogs have pulled to within 10. Arujo from the right wing, got it! How about that? The transfer from Cumberland getting his first varsity starting minutes. Knocks down his first three. Antosh from the left wing. Off the back iron, rebounded by Cherry. Cherry, no look pass to Arujo. Oh, he can't get it to finish. Antosh inside. Margioni, Pettit on the coverage and gets fouled. Pettit thought he got all ball on that one. Ref thought otherwise, and Marciano is going to go to the line to shoot two.
That's what I like to see from Chris Cherry right there. That no-look pass, that's how you become a great playmaker right there. You run that offense, not just throwing up shots, but making sure other people have those wide-open shots. You know,
that's what you love to see from a sophomore guard, really leading that offense with that no-look pass like you mentioned. First one rolls in and out. 0 for 3 from the line for Marcioni tonight. as 2 subs check into the game. It is Ronnie Vento, or excuse me, it is Mikey Morsilli checking in for Jacob Pettit.
Yeah, and to be a great leader, and Cherry, you're going to have to take over that guard position from Vento. You got to make sure not only you're scoring, but your teammates around you are scoring.
0 for 4 from the line for Marciani tonight as Diclo pulls it down. Drives inside with the right hand. Foul's going to be on the floor. So 2 fouls apiece for 2 teams. So the Panthers will inbound this one. 20-10 your score with 5:26 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers 7 points here in this second quarter, but way better quarter for the Bulldogs. Inside, gets stolen, but last touch on the baseline by Samuel Iwajiri. So Panthers catch a huge break right there. Could have been a bad turnover. Here's Diclo. Cherry in the left corner. Bento at the top of the key. Drives inside. Diclo in the left corner. His 3. Rolls in and out. Tough luck. Down court pass to Cummings from Antosh, and Bento fouls him. Well, that was a beautiful pass from Antosh to Cummings, but couldn't get it to finish. That would have been a beautiful and 1 play.
Going back to that Johnson, missed 3 from Diclo, just in and out. But that's what I was talking about. Driving to that basket, you take 2 defenders with you. They're going to come off their guy. You leave one guy wide open in that corner. You pass him every time, he's going to have a wide open 3.
Cummings misses first. As Skino will check back into the game to replace Vento. Bulldogs have struggled from the line tonight. And finally he gets one to fall. 9-point game from Johnston, approaching 5 minutes to go till halftime. Here's Cherry to Arujo. Diclo drives inside. Still driving with the right hand. Doesn't get the bucket to fall, but he is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Johnson plays their best basketball when they're up 10, given that comfortable lead. Jordan Diclo knocks down both of these. They'll be up 11.
Yeah, they do play their best basketball when they are up by double digits. Diclo gets his first to fall. Trying to go 2 for 2 from the line from the freshman, who's been racking up a lot of their rebounds today. And he does go 2 for 2. Under 5 to play. Here's Antosh, the senior captain, taking it up for the Bulldogs. Antosh, top of the key, 3. Bang! Antosh gets a 3 to fall right there. And it's an 8-point game. Cherry drives inside. Arujo on the left wing. Slows it down for the Panthers. Cherry, step back 3. Off the back iron, into the hands of Cummings. Cummings drives inside on Morsilli and draws the foul. So another pair of free throws coming for the Bulldogs, as that is the Panthers' 4th of the quarter. So already quickly 1 away from the bonus for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Johnson's kind of slowed down in this second quarter. Kind of has to pick up the pace.
Cummings' first one rolls in and out. As 2 subs check back into the game. It is Michael Joyce. Cummings trying to go 1 for 2 from the line. Did so on his last time. And goes 0 for 2 this time as Skino racks out rebound out. Diclo taking it down for the Panthers. Almost gets it stripped. Arujo on the right wing. His 3. Too strong into the hands of Joyce. Antosh on the left wing. Inside. Marciano's take is in.
Bulldogs kind of storming back. Johnson has to get back in that offensive rhythm that they had.
A quick 6-0 run for the Bulldogs. Got him right back into this one. Arujo to Skino on the right wing. Drives inside. Cherry will reset. Oh, almost got away with a travel with that one. Here's Arujo. Skino on the right wing. Arujo inside. Gets fouled. And a traveling violation on him. Tough break right there as Caleb Williams checks back in for the Bulldogs, replacing Daniel Cummings.
He flew all the way from Chicago.
He did look, the fans were not agreeing with that call. I thought maybe he got fouled before he jumped, but ref saw otherwise, and the Bulldogs take over. Ref timeout. I think they were having trouble with the shot clock. So they're trying to fix that over there.
Johnson's shots not being able to fall. Getting to that basket. But like we said, in past games, they have trouble finishing.
Williams on the left wing, no good. Dicklow pulls that one down and gets it stripped away. And it's going to go Bulldog way. Dicklow believing that it was last touched by a Bulldog, but now the refs are getting together. And now they reverse the call, so Dicklow pleads his case and he will get it. So it's going to go Panther way with a 6-point lead. 9 points scored in this half for Johnston, 13 for the Bulldogs, I should say this quarter. Skino to Dicklow. Dicklow trying to call out a play for his team. Dicklow drives inside with the left hand, too strong, into the hands of Rodriguez. Joyce in the left corner, no good. Dicklow pulls it down. He's been a magnet under that rim for the Panthers tonight. Dicklow, pull up mid-range shot, good. Dicklow gets a tough pull-up mid-range shot to fall. And it's an 8-point lead. Williams too high, and it's going to go Panther way. Bulldogs thought it was off of a Panther defender as Henry Rodriguez will check into the game, replacing Jake Arujo.
Yeah, we're actually going on that offensive hot streak, kind of cool down. This is where Johnson needs to really get back into it, get their 10-point lead back.
Here's Cherry. Drives inside. Out to Rodriguez in the corner. He drives. Looking for an open man, gives it to Dicklow on the left wing. His three, got it! Cowabunga from Jordan Dicklow on the left wing. And it's back to a double-digit lead for the Johnston Panthers. Antoch to Joyce on the left wing. Williams. Nader in the left corner. His three, good. Nader from the left wing silences the Panther crowd. Dicklow on the left wing. Bring it back to the top to reset. Dicklow, his three, gets fouled. Tough break for the Bulldogs right there as Dicklow will shoot three.
Johnson not running too many plays, just kind of dribbling it out, see if they can get an open look. They should really pet it in the paint. Maybe they should look for him, get some pick and roll plays, not sending a lot of screens.
Dicklow's first free throw falls. Dicklow been a busy man at the free throw line tonight. Too short, as Joyce thought he was shooting two, so moved off the lane, but nothing to be called there. So Dicklow trying to go 2 for 3 from the line. And he does just that. Back to a 10-point lead for the Panthers. as we approach a minute to play. Antosh takes a three. No good. And a foul on the floor. It looks like it's going to be charged to Pettit again. It's actually going to be on Jason Skino. And that's going to be 5 fouls for the Panthers. So the Bulldogs will go to the line to shoot 2 every time they get fouled in the bonus. It's going to be Luigi Marchiani.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be if you're Johnston. Trying to, keep that 10-point lead. Every time you foul, they get to shoot 2. It's going to be hard.
Marchiani's first is short. Marchiani's been struggling from the free throw line tonight. Marchiani kind of has that Shaggy build from Scooby-Doo. Very tall, lengthy, and has the hair. As he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Here's Cherry. We'll bring it down for the Panthers. As Pettit into the game. Cherry in trouble, gets it to Dicklow. Dicklow drives inside with the right hand, off the glass, no good, in the hands of Antosh. Under a minute to play, Westerly trails by 9. Nadar, inside of Williams, kickball, it's gonna stay right here with the Bulldogs, excuse me. Thought that was off of Williams. Here's Antosh on the baseline. Joyce, left wing 3, got it! Michael Joyce, the freshman, makes it a 6-point game.
Yeah, Wesley looking good from the 3-point line so far during this game.
Cherry with the left hand. No good in the hands of Williams. Shot clock turned off. 6-point game. Into the corner. Dicklow tips it, but into the hands of Joyce. As the ball gets thrown away. Rodriguez chasing it down. And it's going to go with the Panthers. Tried to get a little fast break offense, but couldn't chase it down quick enough. As Jake Arujo checks back into the game, replacing Jason Skino.
Yeah, Cherry and Vento's games very similar. Both liking to use that left-handed, floater.
18 seconds to play. Panthers can do whatever they want with the basketball. As Cherry getting guarded tightly by Joyce. And a traveling violation on Chris Cherry. Mike Bedrosian kind of confused on that call. And it's going to go Bulldog way with 9 seconds to go, so they can easily cut this to a shorter deficit. So now the refs go into the scorers table, and they're going to see what is going on. Now we're talking over with head coach of the Panthers, Mike Bedrosian.
Bedrosian not liking the call so far during this game. Seemed frustrated on the sideline.
So here we go. 9 seconds to go. Can the Bulldogs pull within closer to the half? Antosh drives inside with the right hand. His fadeaway. Got it to go! With 0.2 of a second. And they stop the clock. You're supposed to just keep it running. As we've reached the halftime break, what a big-time fadeaway shot by Antosh to pull the Bulldogs within 4, as a shaky start for the Bulldogs turns into a big second quarter needed by them to pull it to a 4-point lead. Matt, what did we see that first half?
First half, Johnson started off strong, had a 13-point lead, and now it's cut to 4. Wesley, like I said earlier, they were getting open. And if you keep getting open, even if you miss those shots to begin with, they're going to start falling. They're a D1 high school team. They're not just going to miss those shots. If they keep shooting that and they keep getting open, they're going to score points, and shown here as they cut the deficit to 4.
Well, we've reached halftime. 29-25 is your score. We'll be back for the second half action. Can the Panthers hold the lead and get their first Division I win?
Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
I was born for this.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on Superior Comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver, would you not? Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Hey girl, what happened? Hey, don't forget to pick up the pizza.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because of the dead and injured who tested positive for multiple substances. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
I was born for this.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and to learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
Second half basketball here from Johnson Senior High School. Your Panthers 29, the Westerly Bulldogs 25. Alongside Matthew Duquette Siswick, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti. It's been a great one so far, Matt. The first quarter was dominated by Johnston, but the second quarter was dominated by Westerly, and they've cut this to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Westerly's been playing great, getting some wide open shots. Like I said in the first half, their passing ability has been dominant. And you know, you've seen it here. They missed a few shots starting off. But if you keep doing that, you keep getting open, those shots are eventually going to land. And I would just love to see some more passing plays by Johnson, doing some more pick and rolls, getting Pettit open, getting those big men open in the paint.
So here we go, second half action as Vento finally back into the game after facing some foul trouble. Here's Cherry, drives inside. Has to get stripped away. No good in the hands of Marciani. Antosh, left wing to Joyce. Drives inside. Antosh on the right wing, his three, cash. Braden Antosh, ladies and gentlemen, he has brought Westerly back into this game. It's a 1-point game. Here's Dicklow. Pull up mid-range shot, no good. Bulldogs have a chance to take the lead with a bucket. Antosh thought about it. Joyce wide open on the right wing, his three, no good. Morsilli getting tipped around and he pulls it down.
Johnson just struggling to find that open man. Just not great at passing.
Here's Dicklow trying to get the offense going again for the Panthers. Dicklow. Cherry drives with the right hand, got it to go off the window. First bucket of the Panthers for the second half. Antosh, top of the key three, bang! Braden Antosh has tied this game for the Bulldogs since it was 0-0, folks. What a comeback for the Bulldogs. Bento drives, got it to go. And a timeout call by the Panthers, a big bucket for the senior captain right there after Antosh ties the game.
Antosh been on fire, great three-point shooter. Started the game off kind of cold, comes back and just hits three after three after three, getting Westerly back into this game. 2-point game. At one point, Johnson was up 13 points. Westerly just battled back. Great passing by them, great scoring. They just finished well, where Johnson's been struggling in that department.
14 points for the senior captain and 17 points for the rest of the Bulldogs. So that's been a big impact in this game. If they can contain Antosh, they have a really chance of getting their first Division I win. But Antosh has been tough to stop, and it's showing right here. As we have a 33-31 ball game with 6:18 to go. We're in for a big finish. As here we go, here are the Bulldogs. The freshman calling out a play. Inside Williams on Dicklow, off the window and in. Ties it up again.
That's that playmaking ability by Westerly, being able to call those plays and executing them flawlessly.
Vento almost gets it stripped away, but in the hands of Cherry. Takes a step back from the free throw line, steps inside, no good. Antosh can't pull it, but Luciano gets it. Here's Joyce on the right wing. Antosh open, drives, wide open, Nader in the left corner. His three, no good. Vento can't get it. Marciano can't get it again, and Vento will finally pull it down. Almost was bad right there for the Panthers, but fortunately for them, they're back on offense. Here's Dicklow.
I would love to see some better plays from Johnson. They're just kind of just standing there waiting for something to happen.
Morsilli trying to back him down, gets it knocked away in the hands of Marciani. Antosh drives inside on Cherry with the right hand. It gets blocked by Morsilli. What a block. Cherry on the other end. Drives inside, left hand. Oh, he can't get it to finish. Into the hands of Williams. He has Morsilli to beat. With the right hand, he gets fouled on the way up. My goodness, what a sequence of basketball. Division I basketball at its finest right there. Some good aggressive basketball.
Yeah, just Johnson's ability to not finish. They can get to the basket. They just can't complete it. They can't get the points on the board.
Williams, his first one falls. The first lead of the game for the Bulldogs as Arujo will check into the game, replacing Chris Cherry. Can't believe it. It was 13-0 at one point, and the Bulldogs have pulled ahead. Williams goes 1 for 2 from the line, and he gets his own rebound. He gets tipped up in the air, and a foul on Skino. Oh my goodness.
Just Wesley playing like they want it more, diving after balls, playing scrappy, getting open, hustling around. Johnson, if you want to play at that higher level, that next level, you always have to be moving. You always have to be hustling, and Johnson's just not showing that.
Antone with Dicklow on coverage. Gets knocked away by Dicklow. Goes up again and gets fouled. The second chance opportunities coming back to haunt the Johnston Panthers as they are already up to 3 fouls here in the third quarter with 4:41 to go. As Marciani will go to the line to shoot 2.
This is where the fouls are going to really come back to bite Johnson, giving them free points while they were already up, now down. And you know how Johnson plays when they're down.
First one falls as Shamori Constant will check into the game for the Johnston Panthers, replacing Skino, who is in foul trouble. Marciani trying to go 2 for 2 from the line. And he does just that. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Has a totally different look for the Panthers, as a lot of them are in foul trouble. Full court press for the Bulldogs. Dicklow to Constant. Morsilli gets it stripped away by Joyce. And now it's getting rolled around. Marciani has it. Drives inside. No shot. Offensive foul. Wow.
Lucky break there for Johnston. Almost a wide open shot.
Sub checking in for the Bulldogs, Anthony Rodriguez, replacing Luigi Marciani. Full court press again. Vento trying to get a pass. Constant will. Now getting swarmed. Dicklow has it. Vento, pull up mid-range from the free throw line. Got it. Big time bucket from the senior captain. And it's a 1-point game. Joyce drives inside with the left hand. No foul. Dicklow pulls it down. Vento has a 2-on-1. Vento goes up. No foul. Constant has it. And a jump ball. Oh my goodness. Very aggressive basketball on that jump ball, as Shamori Constant and Caleb Williams were really getting physical under the hoop. Wow. And with the jump ball, possession now is going to go to the Bulldogs. My goodness, that is some aggressive basketball if I've ever seen it in high school level. That's what you love. That's what you see at the NBA level, but right there, wow.
No, you love to see that. That's a captain right there in Ronnie Vento, standing up for his teammate. You don't care. You get involved. You say, hey, you don't touch my teammate like that. You let them know. Like, we're not here to play around. We're here to win. And that's what you like to see, especially down 1 when you're up, so many points.
3:52 to go, 36-35 your score. Here's Williams in the corner. Morsilli on the coverage. Williams with the right hand, no good. Rodriguez with the rebound, no good. Rodriguez gets his own rebound, no good again. Now rolling around, Dicklow picks it up. Constant inside, gets it stolen. Now ball's rolling around. Antosh, and a timeout called by the Bulldogs as a lot was going down in the Panthers area. As Antosh was getting tied up, he had the ball, so it will be Westerly ball. Good timeout call by Coach Brent Fusero. But my goodness, Matt, the physicality in this third quarter is really coming to play.
You know, that's what you like to see. A little bit of a different look from Johnson. Not so much of the starters out, as you said, because most of them are in foul trouble. And that's more than, giving them free points. That's what you don't like to see, because if they foul out, those are your scores out now, and you're seeing it here, being down 1. But the physicality in this game, like you said, you kind of see it on that higher level, not so much in high school. But that's what you like to see. You want them to go out there. You want them to, get that win. It sucks losing, Anthony. And it's just, you want them to go out there. You want them to try their hardest to get that win.
So still trying to calm down Shamori Constant as he is fired up right now, trying to settle him down just a little bit. As Iojiri checks back in for the Bulldogs. Westerly leads by 1, trying to build on it. Nader. Antosh in the corner, and it's too far out of his reach. And it's going to go Johnston way. Costly turnover there by Westerly.
Lucky break for Johnson. Looking definitely to capitalize here, get their lead back.
Haven't had a lead since the beginning of this third quarter. Cherry, pull-up mid-range shot off the front rim. Jerry will pull it down. Williams in the corner. Pettit on coverage. Goes up on Pettit and gets fouled. So Williams drawing the foul on the big man for the Panthers. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 4th team foul for the Panthers here in this third quarter. As Aiden Neal waits to check in.
He hasn't played a lot of minutes this season so far.
As Williams gets his first to fall. And Jake Pettit will quickly check out. Williams trying to go 2 for 2. Make it a 3-point game. And does just that. 38-35, the Bulldogs lead. No one to inbound, no one was ready. Panthers fortunate to get that one in. Bento drives inside, right hand, got it. Looking for a foul, but what a big shot by the senior captain. Inside, Williams gets fouled. Aiden Neal immediately checks in, he draws the foul, and just like that, the Bulldogs have hit the bonus.
Yeah, just leaving that man wide open in the paint. No one covering him.
Williams been at the line a lot here in this third quarter. First one falls for Williams. 2:40 to go. Again, the Bulldogs trying to make it a 3-point lead. And Williams gets 2 for 2 again. So back to a 3-point game for the Bulldogs as the Panthers will look to try and tie this one up. Dicklow from the right wing, his 3 off the front rim. And will go out of bounds and go Bulldog way. Dicklow had a great look right there, tried to knock it down and tie it up. Couldn't do so. As the Bulldogs will retain. Williams inside, and a traveling violation on Williams. As a head coach Fusero for the Bulldogs looking to see why it was a traveling call, but it was pretty obvious. It looked like he moved his feet a lot. He was really shuffling. As Daniel Cummings checks back into the game. Dicklow inside. Neal on the right wing, drives with the left-hand take and gets the fall. Aiden Neal gets his first bucket of the night. Williams drives, got it, and one! Caleb Williams turning up here in this third quarter. After Neal gets one to fall, Williams gets a big and one bucket.
Chicago Bears quarterback really coming alive on this one.
It's crazy that the Caleb Williams, the same name.
He's been at the line a lot so far, getting those and ones, getting those fouls. It's really, coming back to bite Johnson, as I was saying earlier. It's just stopping their momentum, leaving people wide open, having to foul them.
And Williams completes the three-point play. So a 4-point lead now for the Bulldogs with 1:50 to go. Here's Cherry. Drives inside. Constant in the corner, almost gets it stripped. Gives it to Dicklow. Dicklow drives. Right-hand take. No good. Last touch by the Panthers, and it's going to go Bulldog way as Morsilli will check back into the game for the Panthers, replacing Shamori Constant. 1:30 to go. Here's Antosh now taking it up for the Westerly Bulldogs. 2-3 zone look for the Panthers. Cummings in the right wing. Inside Williams. Drives. And another and one. Caleb Williams again. The senior captain gets another.
They're just, finishing the ball great here. Getting those and ones, getting those fouls, getting those buckets. Johnson defense just not being able to stop. And the problem is they're also not scoring. When you can't stop them and you're not scoring, that's how those big leads happen. And you see what happens when Johnson's down.
Williams completes the three-point play again. He has really turned up. First it was Antoch, but now Williams has really taken over this game. Largest lead for the Bulldogs. Bento drives with the right hand. Got it to go and one. Big time and one bucket for the Panthers. Wow, Ronnie Bento again. That's what the senior captain provides for his team.
Yeah, no lead safe. As we saw in this game, Westerly coming back. Johnson can do the same here.
Bento completes the three-point play. Back to a 4-point lead. And the Panthers will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here, though, at a 46-42 ball game. We'll look at your leading scorers so far in this one. For the Panthers, it's 2. Tied is Bento and Dicklow with 13 apiece. And for the Westerly Bulldogs, Caleb Williams with that last and one bucket took the lead in the leading scorer. He has 17. Both teams looking for their first Division I win this year, and Johnson looking for their first Division I win in school history as a member of Division I. But a great environment here on a Tuesday night, first week of school back from winter break. Big crowd, a frat theme for the Panther Pen.
Yeah, it still haven't been that first, home game that Johnson had. That crowd was electric.
That first game of the season, especially when they're starting to win, now that brings a lot more people back. They're playing some competitive basketball, though, 46-42. Full court press now for the Panthers. Cummings gets it. Inside Williams, off his hands. Saved by Antoch. His three from the left wing. Got it! He saw his leading scorer didn't take it away, and he said, no, I want it back. Under a minute to play, Bento drives. Morsilli. Backing Williams down with the left hand, no good. Rebound by Antosh. Antosh drives with the right hand, no good. Pettit can't grab it, but now in the hands of Morsilli. Here's Cherry getting chased down, and he loses the ball. Cummings now with Dicklow on coverage. Gets it blocked away. But into the hands of Antosh. Antosh, his three. No good, but a rebound again by the Bulldogs. Harusarello. 8 to shoot. 9-point game. Bento drives. Draws the foul with 2.2 to go. My goodness, what a sequence.
Wesley just coming out here, just great, efficient basketball from them, scoring, playing great defense, shutting Johnston down in the second half.
So Vento will go to the line to shoot 2, trying to make this a 7-point game, largest lead for the Bulldogs at 9. Vento's first one is short. Michael Joyce checks back in for the Bulldogs, replacing Antosh. Vento goes 1 for 2 from the line. 8-point game with 2.2 to go. Joyce. And too late at the buzzer. Wouldn't have counted. 51-43, the Bulldogs lead. An explosive third quarter from them. The Panthers trail by 8. Do they have a rally in their bones? We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Panthers down by 8.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
Here we go, 8 minutes left to go from Johnston. 51-43, the Bulldogs lead. The Panthers were out 13-0 to start this game. And now the Panthers trail by 8. Can they rally against Westerly? 51-43. Refs are getting together. Refs mix up the call. Now it goes Johnson way. So here we go. Fourth quarter. Can the Panthers rally down by 8? Here's Vento on the right wing. Drives inside. Dicklow in the corner. His 3. Too short. Gets his own rebound. Dicklow, his fadeaway. Got his own rebound and scores.
That's the passing we need there to be efficient.
Here's Joyce, cross-court pass. Inside, wide open, no good, Antosh. Oh, he got the putback.
I know they like to, put that full-court defense, but clearly it's not working. It's leaving a man wide open.
Here's Dicklow, foul on the floor, though, so basket won't count. My goodness, Antosh. Feels like whenever the Panthers get something going, him and Williams just have something to say. Here's Vento on the left wing. Jerry, inside Morsilli. Vento, his 3 from the left wing. No good. Antosh grabs it. With Pettit trying to get it back. Joyce, wide open, drives inside. Antosh, top of the key 3. Too short. Williams grabs it. Dicklow tries to pull it out, but a jump ball possession now is going to stay right here with the Bulldogs, though. Some physical basketball, especially with all those jump balls. Wow. We're going to have a timeout called, I think. Yes, it's going to be by the Bulldogs. We're going to keep it right here, though. 53-45, 7 minutes to go. It's going to stay right here with the Bulldogs after the timeout. But what a crazy game it's been. Well, if you're just tuning in, we'll recap you. Johnson was out to a 13-0 lead went into the first quarter up by 10, 15-5. They were up by 4 going into the half, 29-25. But a huge spark by the Bulldogs have pulled them within whole ahead by 8. And it's just been a tough going for the Panthers ever since that first quarter.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle for the Johnson Panthers. Wesley just coming out here. Defense fantastic, offense even better. And the two captains, I mean, lights out for Westerly. You know, they're captains for a reason. Not only their scoring ability is great, but their passing ability and their playmaking. Able to, set those plays, tell their teammates where to go, and clearly those plays are working because they're scoring so many points and they're playing such efficient basketball.
So we're going to have some new subs checking into the game. We're going to have a new face out there for the Panthers. Number 30, getting his first minutes.
Freshman Jabel.
Cherry steals it. Drives inside. Offensive foul. Antosh waited there like a statue. And Cherry shaking up a little bit after that one. Him and Antosh had a hard contact. All right. So 53-45. Ojiri will inbound, full court press. Joyce has it. Guarded by the freshman Jabel. Antosh has it. Trying to reset it for the Bulldogs. Diclo on coverage. Inside Williams, Skino on the coverage. Williams with the right hand, flush.
A mismatch in the paint. He's just using his length to get those easy buckets.
10-point lead for the Bulldogs, now their largest lead. Cherry, a deep 3, no good. And it's gonna roll out of bounds. Starting to fall apart for the Panthers. Still a lot of time though, 6:18 to go.
Yeah, you saw Wesley get a 13-point comeback. Johnson can still do the same.
Antosh drives inside. Williams, top of the key. From the free throw line, no good. Rebound by the freshman Jabel. Diclo drives. Reverse layup. Oh, up and under is in. Jordan Diclo, the freshman, cuts it to a single-digit lead, and it's going to go Panther way. Well, let's see if they can capitalize on the turnover.
This would be great for Johnson here if they could get 2-3 points out of this. Cut the deficit to 6.
Here's Vento. Diclo on the right wing. Panthers trying to cut this close. Diclo drives. Skino inside with the right hand. Too strong into the hands of Williams. Great look there for the senior. Couldn't get it to fall.
Another thing Johnson struggled with, capitalizing on their opportunities that are given to them.
Here's Antosh. Panthers need some tight defense right now. Ojiri. Vento on coverage. Williams inside. Jabel, the freshman, on the coverage. Wide open Antosh in the right corner. No good. And a foul on the floor. I think that one's going to be on the Bulldogs on tripping. And it is. Costly break right there for Johnston. And again, let's see if they can capitalize on the turnovers.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do here. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win if you don't capitalize on those free point opportunities. You gotta get points here. You know, the Bulldogs are doing it. You gotta do the same.
And some complaining over there by Luigi Marciani for not agreeing with that foul call. Really close to a tech if he kept going. Ref tried to push it back as the Bulldogs call a timeout. 55-47, 5:09 to go. Man, a big three right now, I feel like it would put so much momentum back for the Panthers. They just need to, like you said, Matt, I feel like this is the perfect time for them to set up an actual play and get a big-time three to fall.
Yeah, and I was talking to some people before. You know, I don't claim to know a lot about basketball, but I would just love to see some plays from Johnson, little pick-and-roll plays, you know, getting the big man involved under the paint, sending some screens, you know, sending those wide-open threes. Westerly's doing it so well. They have that big man number 2, you know, Caleb Williams in the paint, and then setting those screens, getting the wide-open 3 looks, and clearly it's working as they score 55 points. Johnson just has to do the same. They're not getting those wide-open looks. They're talented. They're a talented bunch of kids, and that's why they can score so many points and stay competitive. But you're not going to win games if you don't also run those plays.
You know, it's been tough to get the big man out there, but it's the foul trouble that's been costing the Panthers. Morsilli, Neal, and Pettit, they are all in foul trouble. So a 8-point game. Can the Panthers cut it to 5 with a big three, or just anything to cut it close? Dicklow, fadeaway from the right wing, no good. Vento tries to grab it. Skino does. Cherry, deep three from the top of the key, got it! Chris Cherry, big three for the sophomore. 5-point game. Joyce, Williams, inside with the right hand, gets fouled. Bedrosian doesn't agree on the Panthers sideline.
Caleb Williams, number 2, senior captain, just using his size to just strength everyone on this Johnson team. Hard to stop that, the size difference.
Well, Williams again at the line to shoot 2. Misses the first one. Huge for the Panthers. Also, if Williams can go 0 for 2, the Panthers need to make sure they can grab the rebound. 4:37 to go. And Williams goes 1 for 2, so a 6-point game. Here's Vento. Senior captain calls out a play. Cherry steps back, gives it to the freshman Jabel. Cherry has it. Looking for a man, Skino. Vento on the right wing, his three, Cowabunga! Big three for the senior captain, and it's a 3-point game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what you love to see right there, the energy flowing to Johnston.
Antosh, in the corner, Williams, and gets fouled on the floor. Looked intentional by Skino. No, didn't want him to get anything going. That's the 3rd foul on the Panthers.
No, that 3-point play right there, that's how you pass the ball around, getting that wide open guy. Johnston's kind of been all over the place with their offense.
Williams drives. Marciano got it off the window. Dickel just avoiding the foul right there. And it's a 5-point game. Dicklow. Cherry at the top of the key. Steps back, takes a 3. No good. Rolls out of bounds. Gonna go Bulldog way.
You know, Johnson's kind of all over their, place with their offense. You either got to play downhill offense where you're just running down, using your athleticism, scoring, fast breaks, or you got to, slow it down a bit, call those plays. Johnson's just slowing it down, playing iso ball. They're not really calling plays, and that's where they're struggling here. You either got to pick one. You got to pick one.
5-point game with 3:36 to go. Now some confusion at the scorers table on the fouls. Still trying to figure out what's going on. So now the refs are coming together as the teams will go to their huddle. I don't know if it was the shot clock or the foul issue. They're talking it over right now.
Yeah, and Johnson really trying to, come back in this game. Down 5 points. It seems every time they score points, Wesley, the Bulldogs just come back and they score, they come back and they, match those points. It's hard for Johnson to come back here.
Morsilli checks into the game, so the Panthers do get a big man in there. That's huge for them. Full court press now. Joyce to Williams, over Vento, inside, and one! Luigi Marciani. What a big and one bucket over Morsilli. A backbreaker for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're just sitting there waiting for that open ball. Morsilli, down in the paint, having to defend 2 people. It's just a 1-on-2 matchup. They're going to score every time.
3-point play is good. 61-53. Panthers need a big-time bucket right now. Back to an 8-point game. Here's the freshman Jabel, still getting some minutes. Cherry gives it off to Dicklow. Dicklow drives inside, Euro step to the bucket. Oh, too strong. Into the hands of Williams. And Braden Antosh will take it down for the Bulldogs. Panthers need a big stop. Inside, Marciano with the right hand, too strong. In the hands of the freshman Jabel. And Cherry will take it down to calm down for the Panther offense. Under 3 to play, 8-point game. Vento drives, right hand, and one, got it to fall! Again, Ronnie Vento with a big and one bucket. And that puts the Panthers right back in it.
Free throw here cuts the lead down to 5. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. That's very capable. They just have to stop Westerly on defense. They got to make a few stops here. They went on a 13-0 run. They have to do that here again.
Well, Vento, let's see if he can knock down this free throw, make it a 5-point game. And he does, swishes it home. 61-56, 2:40 to go. Nadar checks back in for the Bulldogs. Marciano saves it from out of bounds. Antosh will get it. Morsilli plays up. Morsilli almost steals it. Antosh drives. Fade away. And he gets fouled. Wow. Almost a backcourt violation. Morsilli thought he got all ball, but didn't. As Arujo will check into the game again to replace Morsilli, who's in foul trouble. Gonna have a timeout on the floor right before these 2 free throws coming up for Antosh.
Johnson just hoping he misses these 2 right here.
5-point game. Trying to at least, if he can go 1 for 2. They really want him to go 0 for 2, but 1 for 2 would still really keep them in it. Rujo does check back into the game. Antosh shooting 2. Hits the first. Panthers trailed by 11 against Shea and came back with under 2 minutes, but failed to complete it as Antosh goes 2 for 2. So they are capable of making a comeback, down by 8. Bento from the left wing, no good. Rudro can't pull it down in the hands of the freshman Jabel. Bento, Cherry at the top. Almost gets stolen. Bento again in the left corner, too short. In the hands of Marciani. 2 huge misses from the senior captain right there. He definitely wants those 2 back. Antosh. And a timeout called by the Bulldogs as Antosh got sworn. Bento visibly frustrated with himself after those 2 wide open misses from the corner. Like I said, he definitely wants those back.
Yeah, down 7. Johnson, you really needed those shots right there. You're down 7. You need those 2-3 points.
Just a tough break now with under 2 minutes to go and an 8-point lead. Panthers have 5 fouls, so any fouls committed by the Panthers, that sends the Bulldogs straight to the line to shoot 2. A man you definitely don't want to foul is Antosh. He's been hot all night.
No, him and Caleb Williams been hot from the free throw line.
Bull team still in their huddle, now trying to break it up. It will be Bulldog ball, 1:54 to go. Panthers trail by 8, trying to pick up their first Division I win. As Williams will inbound. Panthers need a big stop on defense. Looking for someone to inbound and gives it to Joyce. Inside Williams, Arujo almost steals. Williams gets it to fall.
Through his hands, unlucky break for him.
Here's the freshman Jabel. Bento, wide open in the right wing. Too strong. Into the hands of Antosh. 3 huge misses from the senior captain. Again, he wants those back. Williams down court pass, wide open inside, Marciani. And it's an 11-point game. Arujo, deep 3, too strong. Into the hands of Williams. And it's starting to fall apart for the Panthers, down by 11 with 1 minute to go. As Bento gets the steal, as I just say that, it lays it up with the right hand. Joyce getting swarmed, gives it to Williams. Inside wide open again, Marciani. Cherry, deep 3, too strong off the back iron in the hands of Antosh. Marciani again wide open and lays it up with the left hand.
This isn't even basketball anymore. They're just throwing it up. Wide open guy.
Bento drives inside with the right hand and 1. Wow. Crazy sequence of events. Marciani just scored 6 points in a matter of 15 seconds. And it was just all cherry picking passes. Wow. 26 seconds. Bento at the line to try and finish his and 1 play. Rolls in and out in the hands of Antosh. And a foul committed by Jake Arujo, as now Antosh will go to the line to shoot 2. It looked like a promising beginning for the Panthers, and after that first quarter and really all this second half, the Bulldogs have really just responded well.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there in the fourth quarter, and just seemed the basketball just kind of fell apart for Johnston, just leaving people so wide open as Anton makes that free throw right there to put them up by 12. It just fell apart right there, Anthony. It's just not even playing basketball. They're not, executing their plays. They're not playing defense.
Dickel, a deep 3, too strong in the hands of Naidar, and they're just going to dribble this one out. A very promising start for the Panthers. They were up by 13, and they lose the game by 13. It was all Bulldogs the second half, indubitably dominated by Caleb Williams and Braden Atosh as the final buzzer rings, and that'll do it from Johnson High School. A big second half surge from the Bulldogs propelled them to a 73-60 win over the Panthers. Start off the game in a 13-0 run and fail to hold on as they complete the win against the Bulldogs. Matt, that was truly heartbreaking for Johnston.
Yeah, it was. They started off so strong, so promising, Their offense just fell apart. Their defense fell apart. Fourth quarter, I keep saying, it just felt like they weren't even playing basketball. Leaving a guy wide open, just not even trying. The hustle wasn't there, not going after those balls. They're driving into the basket with 2-3 defenders on them. Instead of kicking out, using that big man in the paint, executing plays, they're just, talent can only take you so far. Talent tonight scored them 60 points, not their, ability to play basketball, not executing those plays. And just talent isn't going to, make you, let you win games. You got to execute those plays, and they just haven't been doing that all season and all last season.
Well, Vento was the leading scorer for the Johnson Panthers, had 24, missed 3 huge threes in that final 2 minutes. He definitely wants back. He's going to be thinking about that all night. But he led the team in scoring. For the Bulldogs, it was number 11, Braden Antosh. He had 23, and Caleb Williams right behind him with 22. So 1 point difference between those two. But that is going to do it here from Johnson Senior High School. Westerly was down by 13 early. They win by 13. Unbelievable showing for them in the second half. To catch us on the next game on Thursday as the Cranston East Thunderbolts come to Johnston for the Coach Jamal Diggs return game. So definitely looking forward to that. But for the final time tonight, alongside Matthew Duquette Siswick, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Anthony Vendetti. Arthur Men behind the camera, Tyler Holton coming back doing the computer. We are your crew from Johnson High School Media, honored to be on the NFHS Network and our own YouTube channel. Once again, your final, Westerly 73, Johnston 60. Have a good night, everybody. See you Thursday.